Morning, everyone. I'm OracleUnicorn, and welcome to Shaman Messages. Please keep in mind this is a general reading. Take what resonates, leave the rest. Put some things in your back pocket. You never know, you might need it for later. Be sure to also check your moon, rising, and Venus signs as my videos do cross-connect with each other. There may be some messages in this video that will also help and put the puzzle pieces together when it comes to another video. So, hello. Thank you for joining. Alright, this is a weekly reading for Sagittarius, but also please keep in mind as well that these energies pretty much vary. It can help when it comes to understandings and situations of the past, and that corresponds with lessons and wisdom right now, or it will also help you when it comes to messages and correlations of things when things that come up in the future, and help you piece your puzzle together, especially when it comes to anything that you've been inquiring within the realms of seeing things beyond the veil. So, Sagittarius. Okay, Sagittarius, we're going to go with, oh yeah, that deck. This is mine. I used the box for this, but this is my own Ace of Swords. Okay, we'll leave that out as an overall energy. Okay, my own handmade like tarot deck, basically. I put like a bunch of words and stuff of things that I remember that really resonated with me and my situations in my life, and that has helped me be able to gain some kind of conclusion in the best route that is more emotionally befitting, basically. Okay, so Sagittarius. Interesting. Sagittarius. Wow. Wow. Holy cow. Oh, man. Okay, I gotta put that. Okay, we'll have a very deep reading, okay, Sagittarius? Where to begin? Holy cow. You have a huge decision coming up, okay? You are foreseeing the events of this decision coming in and where it's coming from. You are seeing this because you do have the foresight card and of loyalty and willpower and transition or transmutation. I feel it's like more of a transition into your transmutation of understanding your foresight and loyalty within your own willpower within yourself, and of equal give and take. Possibly taking because you got the full card, so a leap of faith into something that's being illuminated for you. Kind of like you have to be on guard a little bit, but you with this, I feel like you're going to be sending a message out to someone, and it's going to be about grounding of something that was coming into your dreams, of a potential path, of a direction that's bringing in a lot of confirmations with the Seven of Coins, which is nurturing towards a project or growth or the process of something coming in, being illuminated, that's going to show you behind the illusions of things that were fated, to be cautioned, have gentle aggression, kind of like standing in like forth to this decision, and being able to really feel through it in a very, like, because you got the Knight of Chalices, so I feel like it's going to be some kind of emotional offer, and if the roles are reversed, like this feels like this is coming from someone else but entering into your life, If that resonates with you, go with that, okay? But I feel this is a masculine energy that I'm connecting to. You have a lot of like fast communication coming in, that's going to be clarifying and coming into a completion with the Ten of Swords about information that is wanting to be given out or corresponded with. When it has something to do with your Ten of Cups and someone that upholds the Empress like energy, which my version of the Empress is, yeah, you could be giving something into birth towards your Ten of Cups. That could be very few of you, but what I'm feeling is that your Ten of Cups or you're directing that Ten of Cups image on someone else that you've been kind of making a decision upon, because you have the Lovers here, with the decision card here, and it's like a diamond in the rough decision. That's really cool. Like a diamond in the rough decision that you are very emotionally connected towards. The Wheel of Fate is pushing you in towards making some kind of offer. I feel it's an emotional and grounding offer for this person, and they embody this Empress like energy, which is a lot like the having all the aspects of the queens in one, being able to balance out their emotions, being able to know what they truly want and desire when it comes to their grounding in their work, being able to have a full grounding and understanding when it comes to their passions and drive and standing up in their own justice and their truths, which would really embody a lot of the Queen of Wands and also the Queen of Swords. But also the Queen of Swords is knowing when to speak out your truths and hold certain things back, guiding you into the direction of your emotional fulfillment. So I feel is that like you have this eye on that person, or this person has their eye on you, and you embody more of the Empress energy. Okay. But to be cautious, there's going to be needing a lot of communication. I feel of things of the past, because of having the Six of Coins, the balancing of give and take. And it's a play off of to see where the balance of give and take is going to arise within the communication, testing like the borderlines of the correspondence between the two people. Okay. Let's see. Let's get the energies of the moon. Energies of the moon. What other messages do you have for our dear Sagittarius? Okay, Sagittarius. A new start is coming. Okay. It's going to need a little bit more patience. There's still some balancing out going on. But it is the intent and purity is being illuminated with your own emotions of the direction that is needed. If this is towards work, definitely if you resonate more with this storyline going towards your work, because I feel that is very prominent for some Sagittariuses, go with that. But this is also for those of you that haven't found that significant other, that forever person. This is emanating a lot of that forever person type energy. Okay, I usually don't like doing love readings, but this is emanating a lot of that energy. But it did initiate feelings of this is definitely with work. Okay, I really don't see too much if it's about your home life, but if it does befit your home life, like situational change, definitely go with that, or watch the other videos that are corresponding with your birth chart, and maybe that will help you a little more. But this is really emanating a lot of, for those that are following in the footsteps towards that forever person and have a decision to come to play with, and wondering how to be able to go into it when this person shows up in a harmonizing way so you don't repeat the past. Okay, having full awareness of like what is needing to be like seen within your own patterns and possibly patterns of someone else to know how to handle it, to keep kind of toxicity out of it, so you don't have to work through more healing type things. Because yeah, you do have adjustments are required. It's no wonder I was saying that. Yeah, I feel it's probably when it comes to loyalty. I feel either you or this other person's nervous about issues when it comes to loyalty, okay? Because it does, you have underneath this is work through your fears and time to release negativity, and luck is on your side. And this is new moon in Sagittarius, so that's really cool. And nothing is yet set in stone. Okay, so the fears behind this is going to come to the forefront for you to be able to make a stand within your own, like making a stand as in more or less being more aware of where your boundaries are, and to see and to practice like pretty much communicating those specific boundaries, and to practice sharing communication on a very compassionate level, the beauty of each other's boundaries, and to know whether or not, it is. I mean, you do have the full card, but it's connected to patience. So I'm feeling it's like have patience within this new start so that things don't get too complicated later on, and that this kind of like the slower you take it right now, the more beneficial it will be for you, and to be able to work through these fears and these adjustments, and you'll have less adjustments to work through later on, basically. So I feel like that's one of the biggest situational perspective change when it comes to how you view stepping into a relationship, and to know you are protected through this, and stay within the energy of the purity of your heart, the pure of intent behind why you are having specific boundaries. You're going to have more specific boundaries in the beginning than you will later on, but at least those boundaries won't be demolished jumping into a relationship. But I feel when it comes to this full card being in play, it's like you're taking a leap of faith and playing into it, and not just jumping full force into it, okay? And that's where I feel this new start is coming in, and it is helping you to practice keeping harmonized level boundaries of balance for yourself, so you can really keep that Empress-like energy upon yourself, or if it switches vice versa, just vice versa switch it. But that's how I feel within this. And it's fated to happen this way, whether it's the right person for you or not. For some of you, I feel it's going to end up being that right person. And it's helping you to break through certain illusions you've had about your own personal boundaries. And I feel that's the messages from your guides that are really coming in for you about this. And that this is going to give you, for those of you that's not the person, this is going to give you practice into those boundaries, and being able to lay out those boundaries, and being able to initiate these boundaries, and knowing how to really work with yourself and your emotions, and keeping your emotions harmonized with how you're reacting and working with and collaborating with someone that you have feelings for, so that you're not overwhelmed by rose-colored glasses and all your walls are broken down, okay? And it's showing you how to be aware to not have your boundaries too far up, because then it pushes, this type of collaboration, almost like friend zoning, and it's showing you the guidelines and the lines to kind of follow within, not friend zoning someone unless you really want to friend zone them, or like to taking the precautions, the caution, the precautions into your true justice with yourself and justice of that other person, okay? Because they're going to be going through the same thing. they're going to be wondering and going crazy in how to be able to get this to where it's not toxic too, because more than likely they've been through a lot of toxic crap. They don't want to go through it again. They're probably afraid too, you know? So this is being like illuminating literally the pure intent behind it, and like the expression of pure intent in a very compassionate way. Like how I would possibly go about this is I would talk to them and being like, you know, this is what I'm really wanting to like stay single into more of the collaboration towards my forever partner. I'm willing to like, you know, be friends and collaborate and work with you, and us talk to each other about, you know, the lines and the roads of whether we're going to intertwine or we're here to teach each other certain things and then the cross out. So I usually kind of like express that, because if they don't like my sense of expressing that, well, that's already one of my own personal boundaries with myself and wanting to be in a relationship anyway. I just don't want to jump into some relationship and end up with more freaking crap that I want to heal when I'm already going through still some of these things that I'm still coming into a complete conclusion with. You know, you don't want to add to it. So unless you want to go for it and you have full faith, hey, I'm not going to stop you. Don't let me stop you about that, okay? If you have full confidence and faith, you want to fully embody that jumping into full thing with it. All I'm saying is it does say patience here, and you are getting confirmation about that patience and collaboration with messages into your own beauty and making a standing for what you feel is right in your own truths. Because everyone has different truths, okay? What you feel is your truth may not be someone else's truth. What I feel is my truth may not be everyone's truth. But we can stand in our own truths and within our own lives, because our lives are what we created to be anyway, and what we want in our own life anyway, right? So that's how I see it. You know, you can listen to everything I say and totally go a different direction, but at the same time, that may have been actually your truth to go into that direction, and I may have been an obstacle that maybe making you second guess yourself, and that's why you saw the video, to learn not to second guess yourself. Hey, if I'm that kind of lesson, more power to you. That's awesome. You were able to see that, and that's good, because I learned how to be able to do that when it comes to watching so many different card reading videos. You kind of have to figure out, like, almost like reading a book, decipher what is like a truth essence for yourself and what is really not too much of a truth essence for yourself. So yeah, and hold your vision towards your passions, because it is really illuminating itself before your eyes just right. And I feel like you're working through some illusions of like protection, that you have a lot of protection towards your journey, but some things in life here and there kind of like make you feel like you have to do other things to maybe have the means to acquire this or have the means to acquire that. There's some kind of element in all of this that has some kind of illusional factor behind it, and to definitely be cautious with it, okay? Because I just feel that's very important to know, and to really stay true to your own truths. Okay, let's see. I'm gonna get. I really didn't think I was gonna pull these out. I really love these cards. They're the Spirit Animal Oracle. Okay, what other messages do we have from the dear Sagittarius? Sagittarius. Oh, you did get to take a leap of faith. Probably patience into this leap of faith. This decision is right there. So yeah, if it resonates with you, take that leap of faith. For some of you, that involves work, definitely jump. it is definitely towards your Ten of Chalices, your Ten of Cups, especially with you getting the Ten of Cups card here. And to see the bigger picture behind why you feel as if you should take this leap of faith, okay? And to know you're never alone. All your guides are backing you up behind this. And claim your independence. Yeah, wow. I really think for some of you, this has to involve work. For some of you, this involves love. I mean, it does say take a leap of faith. You did get the full card. Some of you, maybe that's what it's going to require, is taking a huge leap of faith into this with knowing that you are going to be protected through this and you're not alone through this adventure. And to know magic works through you. And this could be your own sense of justice stepping into your new beginning. And if that's hits at home for you, go for it. But for some of you, it's like with this caution card being here and patience, I really feel for some of you, I do have to add in there that maybe it's going to take for your situation patience and growth and communication into this is what's going to be the mastery of beauty in collaboration with someone with healthy boundaries, okay? I did one. Thank you, life. Dream the world into being. For me, pulling these cards out, because that was the little bit of tiny bit of information that I needed to really correspond with what is being laid out here. So that definitely helped a lot. Awesome. Okay. Dream the world into being and give with gratitude and grace and be playful into this adventure. Some of you are really having a lot of like deja vu happenings that are going on when it comes to this. And it's saying to definitely trust the messages you're receiving in your dreams. This is destined to happen. So either way, even if you have patience into this matter and kind of like holding tight a little bit and getting a little more information before you jump, it's destined to happen. It's going to happen for you. Something is going to push you into that direction because you have the Wheel of Fortune and you have the Destiny card, which is under like 4 decks of cards stuff. And you have the Hawk, the Messenger, and for me that's like a destined message coming in for you, and that there's some like illusional factors to be cautious of, and that's really about it. But to stay in your truths, stay into your own independence, because you did get the cat. That is, claim your independence within this. Keep your independence in that, and to always like take a look at the bigger picture too as you're working with the smaller pieces. Does the smaller pieces put energy into your bigger picture? Okay, so yeah. Ooh, that was a lot. 23? Wow. Ooh. I'm surprised you didn't get the take a breath card because of all the information that just went blah, 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 blah. Okay, yeah. Exactly. Well, see, yeah, exactly. You did get this Ace of Swords that I had over here. This Ace of Swords that I had up here, and kind of like completely sidetracked it against that. So yeah, I was right. Stay in your truths. Yeah, I completely got sidetracked over that card being over there. That was the first one that fell out, that I popped out of the box and laid it over there. So, okay, so your overall energy is truly staying in your truth, being aware of your truths and your truths of your own boundaries, and not allowing too much of yourself, letting other people kind of cross that because you want something, which is why, or like you want to have like an amazing like partnership or something like that, you know. I'm not saying that it's like being like manipulative of, it's like, oh, I'll give this up and then I'll just get more. I feel that's why this is like really illuminating, standing in your truths about this, and the intent of heart, because this card is purity, and I put the intent of heart, the impurity of the essence of love behind what you're going to be doing, but putting your self-love first too. I feel that's what's really being illuminated within this decision, is looking at your self-love first, and then correspond your boundaries with your feelings for that other person or your feelings for that other job. And does it align with your own self-love? And that's going to be emotionally balanced for you. And also give you financial balance as well, okay? And I feel that was a very important message. Okay, which you do have this scarab beetle. That's really cool because it's a representation of knowledge. So you're going to be given a lot of messages, guidance, and knowledge upon this direction, and you're going to be able to see what you have to be cautious about. So I wouldn't worry too much about that card being there, but to keep it kind of like on the back burner in your head, like, okay, well, what would be a little bit of a red flag that I would maybe need cautious upon, and maybe establish my own emotional boundaries about it. And that's how you can eliminate this caution energy, okay? Is establishing and making aware also your own emotional, like, harmonizing balance when it comes to working with that person or other people or with a job scenario, okay? All right, Sagittarius. Thank you so much for watching. I greatly appreciate it. Don't forget to like, subscribe. Subscribing greatly improves the channel. I thank y'all so much for your love and support. And if you wouldn't mind sharing on social media, you never know who that might see this in your feed, that it'll be able to help them in their situation. So thank you so much, and I will see you next week or in the next video. Goodbye.